Because again, the game does not come with a manual and it doesn't tell you anything that crap means. Yep. It'd be nice if the game came with a manual. This is not the manual, this is the lore. And I'll be the first to say I'm not terribly interested in the lore of Blades of Time, to be honest with you. This isn't why I don't play this game for lore. So now we're going down to the bottom. Yeah, instant drop to the bottom. Did I take any damage, though? That's the part I don't remember. Okay, so now my health just regenerated. I'm not going to complain about that. There's the gate that we just opened. So basically that entire tangent was like, okay, we're going to go in a linear path, and then we're going to go on this little tangent so that before we can advance the game. So in order to get through that gate, we had to go up that vertical shaft. So I guess you could call it a tutorial tangent. I don't know. But I see, like I said, I see what the game's trying to do. It had a few more mechanics it was trying to teach you first. How do you know how many bullets you have? I don't know. I don't see a bullet meter on this thing, actually. Because at some point you have to reload. There it is. You can barely see it. Next to those green crosses right there at the top left-hand corner of the screen, there's a little meter that depletes like that. See it? See it depleting? Well, eventually you run out. So you have to press the X button to reload. So that's how you know how many bullets are in your chamber. I should also mention, like I said, those skulls you see right there below my green health bar. Those skulls are my rage meter that I told you about earlier. So again, as I attack enemies, I get little yellow blocks, which eventually charge up those skulls, which turn orange. So once those skulls turn orange, I can actually fire magic spells, which I will do later. Let's see. X. Again, I don't know why these are here. Maybe they're loading the next area. masking load screens, I don't know. I mean, I'll take it. It also prevents you from advancing to defeat enemies, so there's also that. And you have to go through these doors as soon as possible, apparently. It's not like in Bayonetta where you have to dodge lightning to go into witch time slow motion or whatever. Bullet time slow motion. Not like that. But don't dilly-dally once you open the doors. Supposed to be some enemies here, right? Nothing here. Oh wait, there's a gate. There's a lock right here. There they are. See, I knew there were enemies gonna come out. You know how this game works. Okay, I'm getting spammed on. So I guess it's kind of like Final Fight in that sense. Enemies will perform combos on you, so you're gonna have to dodge out of the way. Because they will stun lock you unless you can dodge. So you press the right trigger to dodge. Same as usual. Yep. Frame rate's really high. For this budget, this $200 laptop I got. A4 quad core for the win, I guess. I think it had, what, R3 graphics? Yeah, I think it's a very crappy APU. But it's got R3 graphics right on the CPU, so you're getting some decent 3D performance out of this game to go along with the 4 gigabytes of RAM I'm using. Again, the frame rate will drop a lot during these cinematics. Okay, let me dodge this guy. Let me get behind some cover over here that can take these guys out. There we go. Again, pay no attention to the dialogue. It's nothing worth hearing anyway. Oh, forgot he was here. Yeah, by the way, I'm zooming in, so I guess these lighting effects aren't really working properly, but that's okay. It's like a bokeh depth of field. Yeah, it's like a bokeh depth of field going on when I zoom in. Really weird effect, but hey, I can still see what I'm shooting at. Yeah. Shoot the parasites with your rifle in order to free the corals. So normally I would be able to dash to these corals, but I gotta shoot down the parasites first. There's one. And there's the other one. Right there. So now I can dash over to that bridge. So before I do that, it's supposed to be like a treasure chest or something around here. I've already grabbed it. Why does the game want me to go in that direction? Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to go in that direction. So why is the game telling me to go in that direction? Probably wants me to talk to that dude. Okay, so it does want me to go in this direction. Okay, so I know where I'm going. I know, I just wanted to see where the compass was telling me to go. So I can dash to these corals by pressing the left, hold down the left trigger, press RT, T, 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 T. Now I'm safe. Okay, what's that over there? Okay, it's just a regular area. Another, so we got another, that might be a checkpoint coral, I don't know. Got another altar right here. So I want to say this is where I get the ability to dash to an enemy. Because we're going to need that in a second. In fact, we're going to need it to defeat the first boss. Yep, see? So it's just like locking on the coral. You press the left trigger, then you can dash to an enemy. Which is actually one of the better mechanics in this game, which is probably one of the reasons why I love this game so much. Because in combat, yeah, you can dash around like this. But if you can target an enemy, then it makes dashing a lot more precise, and it means that you can target specific enemies and single them out and separate them from a crowd, or find out an enemy that's separated from the crowd, then dash towards them to immediately take them out. So that I love. Dash. Never mind, sorry. Gets a bit complicated. Hold on a second. Okay, so we're going to dash to that guy, holding down left trigger, then RT. T. I'm going to press the button while we're hanging on to them to attack them. X, X. Okay, I made it out. I died a couple of times here because I couldn't keep track of the bridge. So the bridge will kill you, be careful. Okay, remember what I told you we had to dash to enemies? We're going to have to do this a lot. This boss is very, very difficult if you don't know the strategy. So consider this a spoiler. Don't worry, the robot talks. Okay, so we're going to dash around, because he's going to ground stomp us. He's also shooting us with projectiles, so we cannot use our gun on this guy. We probably can, I just don't know how. Here's what we're going to do. See if I can shoot these things. I might be able to shoot him a little bit. But the game's going to encourage me to use my dash attack on him, actually. My air dash attack. Yeah, I'm not doing any damage to him. Okay, put the gun away. Right, left trigger. We're going to target one of his shoulders right there. Then we're going to press right trigger to dash to his shoulder and do some aerial attacks on it. Get out the way as soon as you can. He's going to spam those missiles, and if he gets too close, he's going to stomp on you. So abuse that right trigger. Because we're going to have to dodge spam to avoid his missiles, and we might have to use some health. There we go. I don't think I can use any magic attacks on him. I'll check, but I don't think they're going to work very well. We'll use those magic attacks later, because eventually when we get him on the ground, we'll have to use those magic attacks on him. Press left on the D-pad to get my health back. I have one more cross left. So that's my potion. So I'm going to need that. Okay, this part I haven't quite mastered yet. I mastered the other part. I haven't mastered this part. Okay. So get around him. I took some damage there. Left trigger, right trigger. Spam on that attack button. Just dash around. Dash. Okay, I think I took out one of his shoulders. Okay, so aim for the other one. Left trigger. Again, I died a lot. If you saw my Xbox 360 video for this game, I died a lot to this dude. Because I wasn't able to... It took me a while to figure out how to abuse this dash targeting system. Okay, here we go. Now that both of his shoulders are out, we're going to have to shoot him. This is the part I couldn't quite figure out, because you can't dash towards him. So what can you do? Well, he moves pretty quickly, so we're going to have to use our gun to shoot at that red crystal right there on his body. If he gets too close, you're going to have to dodge out of the way. So keep dodging until you can get some distance. Take out your gun, shoot at him. You do not have to zoom in with the left trigger. Just point the gun towards him and shoot that red spot. And if he gets too close, dash out the way. I want to say you can hide behind this thing, but I don't think it really works that well. Okay, he took some damage. Okay, he's finally down. Smash on that attack button. Press B and X, or B and A to do my magic attack, same as usual. B and Y. So I've taken off half his energy. So let's get out the way, get my gun out, and take a few more shots at his chest. And when he starts to topple, I have to dash out the way. Let's see when he gets close. Okay, he did it again. Okay, let's get closer. Mash on that attack button. B and Y. B and A. That was B and X, I think. He's almost dead. Got him. So I pressed B to charge up my magic attack, then I pressed X for that heavy strike. The idea was, remember, I had to get those skulls charged up by using my rage meter. So again, I attack enemies to build up that rage meter, like that. And then once I build it up to where those skulls are lit up, then I can press the B button to charge up a magic attack, then press one of my other face buttons to unleash it. So again, those are the combos that I was talking about. Press the B button when that skull is orange. Then you press one of the other buttons to launch one of these magic attacks. Again, that took me a while. It took me like 10 or 15 minutes to figure out how to beat this boss, at least, if you saw my video. So this can be a hard boss if you don't know how to deal with it, and I admit it's kind of obtuse. Oh, here's where the game explains the time rewind system. Okay, so let's just skip this. You already know what to expect. So I'm going to stay here on the little lock. Then as soon as it's down, I'm going to hold L1, or the left bumper. Now I'm going to move to the other one. But see, there I am over there. So let me stay put. The other side, there we go. Hurry up, the other side. See? There's two of me. And since we're both standing on the locks, then that means it's unlocked now. So now we're done with this level. Let's see if I can get some more loot over here. I don't know if it'll make a difference. I don't think there's anything else here I can grab. Let's just see what else I can get before the level ends. There will be several puzzles in this game that are based on the time rewind function. And in the next level, you're also going to see me face some enemies that are going to require me to use that time rewind function. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the that one last fight that I love so much in this game. We're going to get to a few enemies that have shields. So I'll get to that part and end the video. This is basically where you decide if this game is the kind of game you want to play. Because this is where I was all in. I was all in on this game after playing that part. Let's at least get here. A couple more mechanics we have to unlock. So, what do we got here? Let's see, swords or dragon might. We're fine. Got my assault rifle, we're fine. Increases total health, I guess that's good. Ruby amulet, increases the effectiveness of the heavy strike, which I just used on the boss. Diamond ring, increases the effective range of fire magic, which I'm not really using. Order sphere. Eventually, when we get to the next part, we're gonna have to press up on the D-pad for an order zone that protects you from chaos and damage it as well. You can't use time rewind inside the order zones. Okay, so we're gonna see that in a second here. Right around here. So I pressed up to get a... Yeah, see, there's the chaos that's being explained here. Pay no attention to the fire fairy. That's basically me. I'm the fire fairy. You just saw him in the corner of the screen there. So I'm going to get past these enemies as quickly as I can. I'm going to press up to get them off my case. But eventually I'm going to have to fight these guys. So let's see how we do. Cast another order spell. Up. There's an order spell. Can I leave yet? Nope. Up. Okay, now I have to fight these guys. Up. So we'll stay inside here and beat them away. Not done yet. Press up. Make sure I'm in the make sure I'm in that shield. We good? Okay, yeah, we're done. Okay, regular enemies now. Those order enemies aren't that much fun to deal with. We got past that very quickly, so that's good. Yeah, these enemies will block your regular sword attacks. You gotta press the X button, or you gotta press the Y button to go vertical and launch them. Once they're launched, you can mash on that Y button for those extra hits. So again, they will block you if you just mash on the X button. So you're gonna have to use a bit of strategy to get them airborne. Then once they're weak enough, you can press RB to finish them off. So you have to go vertical as soon as possible with these guys, otherwise you won't be able to get much damage. They'll just block you. RB. Okay, so press X to make sure they're blocking. Press the Y button to go vertical once you've gotten them to block your regular attacks. So spam on X to get them to block. Press Y once they've blocked your attack to get them airborne. Press RB as soon as that prompt appears to finish them off. So again, a bit of strategy to this. And it depends on the enemy you're fighting too, so the strategies do change a little bit depending on the mobs you're facing. So I do like that. I definitely like that. And now that I'm able to make more sense of the combat, I'm able to better appreciate how that combat system works. Okay, we got a couple of spear chuckers here. These enemies are a bit more difficult. So give me a second. Gotta close the distance as soon as possible. I can shoot them, I guess. There's also that. You gotta shoot them, why not? Why make things complicated? Of course, they're still shooting. They're still chucking spears at me, which is the other problem. Who hit me? He might have hit me with a spear, actually. I think I got him. Had to reload. Yeah, don't complicate things. Can't get past the chaos wall until you destroy this obelisk, but the obelisk is invulnerable as the guardians are around. So now that I've shot them, I can get past this area. Reload just in case. I don't think I'm going to need it for the next area. Not this next area, it's supposed to be the one I've been waiting for. Actually, no, there are a couple more enemies. There's a shield, there's an enemy with a shield around it. Up. Oh, sorry, I have to destroy the obelisk. Now I can get past. It's a bit of a hitch in the frame rate there. Okay, first enemy here is a shield bearer, right? No, a force shield. He's got a force shield. So I have to use the time rewind to beat him, see? Rewind. Whoop, rewind. Left bumper to rewind. Shoot him. Rewind. Shoot him. Rewind. Shoot him. Rewind. That was reloading there. See how many of me there are? Rewind. This takes a bit of practice, to be honest with you. There you go. Okay, he's done. So if you shoot him enough times and rewind, basically you shoot him, you rewind, then you keep shooting him while your time clones are out. So a regular pistol becomes like a machine gun because there are 3 or 4 of you wandering around. Okay, attack the enemy from behind. RB. Mash on the X button, rewind with the left bumper, then press RB while my time clone is distracting him basically. So the way that works is that you press the LRB button to begin to bashing on his head. Then you rewind time and the time clone will bash on his head. So while the time clone is bashing on its head, you press the right bumper to finish him off. So I love that. Now here's the fight I've been raving about. This one's very hard because there are a lot of enemies, and eventually they chuck spears at you, and eventually one of them will gain a force field. So that mechanic that was just introduced to us is going to be very important in this fight. So I hope you've been paying attention because this fight is one of the hardest I've played in the last couple of decades. But I was sticking with it for about half an hour. I was really into it. Like I said, because these enemies crowd you very quickly, you're going to have to use your dash attack. So you press the left trigger to target a specific enemy that's separate from the crowd. See? Here's the enemy with the force shield. So these enemies are very difficult to defeat, and we can't defeat the enemy with the force shield yet. So let's see if we can separate them. Gonna dodge spam a bit. Target one enemy that's separate from the crowd. If I can. Might not be able to do that. Yes, okay, we'll get him, whatever. RB. Couldn't press R. Get out the way. The enemy behind the shield will kill you. Okay. Okay, get airborne. RB. I couldn't press RB. Okay, let's get my health back. I had to press left on the D-pad to get my health back there. Up. Get him airborne. That cleared out a little bit of space for me. These enemies will block your attacks, so you have to get them airborne as soon as possible. And more enemies just appeared, so this wave just got larger. RB. He's done. We have to get rid of all these other enemies around the shield bearer. So we're gonna have to wipe them out a little bit at a time. Get him airborne. That was probably why this fight was so hard earlier. That was a counter, by the way. I pressed RB when he was gonna attack me, and I got a counter off. It doesn't kill him, but it allows you to stay alive a little bit longer. This is not like Arkham City, where the joke was in the easy difficulty mode, you can just spam the counter button. Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 have the same problem. This game's a lot tougher than those, so you can't just spam counter to win. RB. There we go. That's a finisher. Okay, I dodged out of the way. How many you got left? Him. While you're pressing L, while you're holding down the left trigger, use healing. While you're holding down the left trigger, you can press left or right. You can press left or right on the right stick to target a specific enemy. Like this. So I'm gonna try and target the one enemy that's away from the force shield guy. Ah, crap. See, I gotta separate them. There we go. There we go. I didn't press RB. Crap. Crap. Not easy. This is easier the last time I played. Okay, let's separate these guys. It's ridiculous. RB. Couldn't press RB. Okay, I'm gonna die again. So this is a lot easier. It's not. Even though I know what I'm doing, it's still hard. RB to finish him off. Okay, here we go. It's on now. Press the right stick for the gun. RB to rewind. Gun, gun, gun. RB to rewind. Gun, gun, gun. Rewind. That rewind meter's on the top left-hand corner of the screen, in case you're wondering. That little circle you see that's glowing blue. There he is. He's down. Put the gun away. There we go. Now he's down. Okay. That was not clean, but I finally finished him off. Again, it took me half an hour to figure out how to beat this mob the first time I played this game. But I played it like 5 or 6 times since then. Alright, so I think we've seen enough. Well, thanks for watching, dudes. That was a lot of fun. We'll probably play a more traditional version of this game later with a GPU that actually has a bit more power.